Welcome back to another week.
Wanting to live life differently.
This week I have a few things on my list I need to get done. First of all, I need to book my lashes and hair appointment because the color is starting to look a bit crazy. And also this is my natural eyelashes. I feel like a different person when I get my lashes done. Even with mascara on, it's like it doesn't really want to be seen. Another thing is that I have to book my lymphatic massage appointment. I have been delaying this appointment since December last year, and they have been constantly trying to reach me. I've been feeling quite puffy and bloated for the past few weeks, so I think a lymphatic massage is what I need right now. I haven't decided if I actually like this place because I don't know. It was my first time and I was very much overwhelmed. So I'm going to tell you all about it after my session, and I'm going to tell you if it's worth your money. It's quite late and I need to do my lunch now. And usually when I don't feel like cooking, I like to do something very, very simple and quick where I could just shove it in the oven and it's done. So I'm gonna make my feta cheese pasta with zucchini, tomato, and I have some steak that I am defrosting right now. You know, growing up, I used to hate veggies. There are only certain veggies where I can eat. Usually it's just kangkong belacan or kailan and what else, carrot and stuff like that. But as soon as I discovered zucchini, I just cannot stop eating it. Whenever I need veggies in my meal, all I can think about is just zucchini. So I have my tomatoes and my feta cheese and my zucchini as well. I'm just gonna like mix it. Another thing that I cannot live without is actually my feta cheese, and I use this one from Lennos, and this one is the reduced fat. I don't know, I just love feta cheese so much. I can have it every single day. I like to just crumble it on top of everything, on top of my pasta, and it just tastes so good.
Tried to be perfect, but nothing was worth it off of my
I just feel like taking a drive and just drive aimlessly because I feel like it. And just put on good music and just drive. Don't you feel like that sometimes? Okay, as promised, I'm gonna tell you all about the lymphatic massage treatment that I went yesterday. I haven't been there for quite some time. For the past few weeks, I have been feeling very, very bloated and puffy, and it's because I have only been eating out every single day. And you know, when you eat out, you're not really able to tell what is it that you're eating. Whereas when you're at home, you're able to portion it. This is it. Me being bloated and puffy is just part of life. Last year, I did start doing lymphatic massage on my own, and I do notice some sort of difference because when I do get bloated and when I start massaging my lymph nodes and everything with some sort of oil, I usually use castor oil. The next day, I will be waking up to a flat stomach. But I have not been able to do that recently, so I have decided to seek for a professional help. I have not been there for quite some time. When I got there, I was asked to stand on this weighing scale because they need to measure everything again. The machine tells you everything that you don't want to know. Your weight, obviously, your water retention, your body fat percentage, and for a moment I thought that the machine was broken because the number kept going up. And I was just standing there waiting for it to stop. It was quite awkward. And then they would lead you into one of those rooms where you'll be asked to change it to something much more comfortable. They were using this thing called the magnetic fork. It sounds fancy, but basically they would just apply some sort of pressure, massage you. And honestly, I do have a high pain threshold, but it was quite painful, especially at certain areas. Near my lymph nodes, it was quite bearable for me, so I didn't mind it. Of course, they were quite concerned. They would keep asking you if you're okay with the pressure, and if it's not, you could just tell them to be more gentle. The whole massage was about an hour or so. When you're done, you'll be led to another room, a steam room, where you will just be sitting in there for a few minutes just to like calm down and sweat it out. The whole session lasted for about 2 hours. So as for the result, I think it's too soon for me to say because it has only been one session after a while. After my session, I do feel that my body is somewhat lighter. I do notice that I'm also not as bloated as I was when I walked in. So if your goal is weight loss, this is not it. Lymphatic massage is meant for people who have water retention problems, who have bloating problems, that could somehow help you. I don't know if I'm gonna suggest you this place just yet because it's only been my first session, but I did sign up for 15 more sessions. So we'll see about that. We'll see if it's actually worth the money. What happens if the salt finishes? Random activity. I picked up my brother at KLCC, and then on the way back I just noticed how beautiful the sky is. It's so blue and the sky is clear. It's got little to no clouds, and it has been raining for the past few days, so I don't really remember the last sunset I've had, so I didn't want to waste the good weather. You know what? I love doing girly things. I love being a lady. I love going to these beauty treatments, spa, massage. It's not about vanity. It's just something that I genuinely enjoy, something that makes me feel good inside and out. It is something that I have been prioritizing ever since I turned 30. I aspire to be and feel and look the best that I possibly can. I would say it is definitely life-changing. That said, sometimes you'll find me in my sweatpants and t-shirt and messy hair. It is what it is. It's part of life. But I also do enjoy dressing up every chance I can, even if it means going to the supermarket or going for a quick lunch. I don't know, I generally believe that when you look good, you feel good. Which brings me to something that I've been thinking about lately, because every time I go on social media, I find these negative comments that are sadly left by women to other women. If there's one advice that I could give you right now, wear that dress that you have been saving up for a special occasion. Dress up even if you have nowhere else to go. If it makes you feel good, if it makes you feel happy, go for it, girl. Like, do it, you know? And do not dim your light just because of what other people think. Do not let that be the core, be the thing that you center your life around, because it doesn't matter. And the truth is that no one is going to talk or think about you more than you think they do, because they have their own life. Here's the thing, you can't stop people from talking, you can't stop people from thinking whatever they want to think, but you can decide on how you want to react. You can control if what they say will affect you. That's what I've realized. Once you hit certain age, for me, I feel like once I hit 30, it feels like time is just moving so fast, and the next thing I know, I'm halfway through the decade. I'm still in denial because I feel like it's moving at a crazy speed right now. That's the thing, you may not have the later that you keep promising yourself, that you keep telling yourself. Just do not let other people stop you from living the life that you want. You've discovered a new hobby at 30, 40, 50, go for it. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Stop feeling embarrassed for wanting to try new things. Stop feeling embarrassed for wanting to live life differently. And just because you don't share the same idea of how life should be with the majority, it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. So go for it. Go live the life that you truly, truly desire. I have been feeling quite heavy recently. For the past few days, whenever I open my social media, I am met with another video, another story, another picture of an animal being abused or just in a horrible condition with a horrible story. And I just cannot seem to scroll past it. I ended up absorbing it more than I should, and it hurts me deeply. I think when you have animals of your own, when you know what it feels like to love them and to be loved by them, it just feels very hard to be indifferent when it comes to animals, because in every animal I see my baby. And I was just thinking about it. It reminded me of something that I saw at the Art Science Museum in Singapore years ago. There was an exhibition where they put these preserved and taxidermied animals on display. And some of these animals, I had never seen them before in my life. It's not because they were rare, it's because they have gone extinct. And I was just standing there looking at them, and I had this rush of guilt and grief because I saw the writing where they would put the info on the wall, and it says that one of the reasons why they had gone extinct is because of humans. Humans had moved into their land and decided to build a home and decided their own lives matter even more than any other species. And the animals paid for it with their existence. And this is exactly what we're seeing until today. We couldn't find a way to coexist. Can you imagine the amount of bloodshed, the amount of brutality that has happened throughout the years just because we don't know how to coexist? In fact, it is estimated by scientists that humans have contributed to extinction of hundreds and thousands of species over the last few centuries. Let's talk about the strays. When I think about what strays really want from us, it is just so little. All they want is just shelter, especially when the weather is bad, when it's too hot, when it's raining, something to eat, to be left alone to exist, and just a little bit of compassion. Dogs are just some of the most intelligent, most loving creatures in the world. How can you see an innocent soul and you could think about hurting them and actually hurt them? I genuinely cannot make sense of it. I won't speak for any religion or any belief system because that is not my place. But I strongly believe that no faith, no value system, nothing that is rooted in any kind of goodness could ever justify what is being done to these animals. I don't have a solution, unfortunately. I wish I did. I wish we had an authority that we could rely on, but they have built a system in such a way that it makes it even harder to these animals and for the rescuers. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I guess the least that we can do is refuse to look away, share the petitions, support the shelters. If you can foster or adopt, please do. And if you see something, any form of injustice, say something to help make the world a slightly better place.